Hi guys, welcome back to my page. I hope you guys all have been amazing. I know that I have not posted on YouTube in over 2 years, I believe. I definitely did take a long, extended, overdue break. You know, life happened. Lots of updates, so I'll go ahead and I'll update you guys in this vlog. But the point of this vlog is to let you guys know that I'm back. I haven't really been posting on a lot of my social media, with the exception of I've been keeping up with Instagram, you know. But pretty much the last time you guys saw me, I was obviously blonde. So now I'm just a little bit darker. I did a little bit of the red. So I always change my hair throughout the year. So I always go from dark to light, light to dark. But recently just did this. And we actually are going to be rolling back into prep. So one of the very last vlogs I did for you guys was one of my wellness prep vlogs while we were still living in Texas. And I will go ahead and I will insert some clips and some pictures of that prep. I didn't end up competing. I actually stopped prep altogether, so we'll dive into that too also in a little bit. So this vlog is really just going to be more informational about kind of like where I've been, my absence, things like that. But basically we're rolling into prep August 1st. So we are going to be rolling into prep again. I do plan on competing sometime in the late fall. I don't plan on placing in those shows. That's just kind of to get my feet wet again, to get back up on stage, to get feedback from the judges, to see what I can do better, what I did well. And then, you know, I will be going for, you know, hopefully placing and then continue to climb from there in my shows during the spring of 2025. I did find a local coach here, so I'm really excited for that, to be able to work with him because I will be doing online and in person. And so I already know for sure that I'm going to see a huge difference, especially with having that in-person accountability and that, you know, checking in, meeting, talking in person, things like that. So super excited for that. But basically, so lots of stuff has happened, right? So we no longer live in Texas, okay? So we sold our house. We actually PCS'd to California, so we're back in California, which is where my husband's from. So we're surrounded by his whole family, which is amazing. The kids are doing awesome. We have our daughter, she's, you know, going into high school now, and our son is still in middle school. But yeah, so we ended up PCSing last summer. It was like May time frame of last summer. So we came to California. So now we live in California. So if you are in Southern California and you ever want to get together, let me know. I'm always down. And that's basically kind of like what's been happening as far as family lifestyle goes. You know, my husband, he works out of Long Beach, things like that. The kids are excelling in school, our kids are back in sports, all that stuff. And so the reason I actually stopped prep this last go around is, you guys all know, so if you go back, I'm not sure if I'll be able to link it, but if I can, I'll try to link it up here for you guys. But the whole reason I actually started my fitness journey to begin with, many moons ago, right? I had explained in 2 previous videos that I actually started my fitness journey because my mom had ALS, and then my younger brother Ben also had ALS. And so in 2015, when it went from a sporadic disease and the doctors then labeled it as genetic, that kind of triggered me to get into the gym because I was scared. And I did explain that to you guys in that video. So without going into too much detail there, I'll go ahead and try to link the video so you guys can watch that one if you guys want to watch that one, and how I actually started my fitness journey, what led me to competing ultimately, things like that. But why that plays an important role and factor into why I discontinued this last prep is because I am an emotional person, meaning when something that is life-changing happens to me, or something that is so devastating, you know, that's out of my control, I'm an emotional eater. You know, like I binge eat, I will eat the tub of ice cream, I will drown my feelings away in a bucket of fries, things like that. And I know that about myself. And so in February of 2022 so I was already in prep at this point. I think I was about 45 days, almost 40 to 60 days into prep at this point in time. And in February of 2022, my other younger brother, Daniel, was also diagnosed with ALS. And so right then and there, as soon as I found out, you know, I obviously took a trip home to New York. I got to spend some time with him, and I did decide to discontinue my prep because I knew kind of like what was coming after, as far as like how I eat and how I process grief and what I need to do for me to be able to heal and everybody processes grief differently. You know, I still have my days, I have good days, I have bad days, things like that. But yeah, so basically I did discontinue my prep, and he actually, I'm so sorry, I'm getting my brothers mixed up. So it was Ben, we found out in February of 2015. Danny, we found out around, it was like October, November timeframe of 2022. So I apologize about that. And he actually passed within about 6.5 months. So he passed in June of 2023. It was June 16th, I believe. And so again, with this strand of ALS that runs through my immediate family, it's very aggressive. Normally ALS, and I keep saying, that's my auditory pause when I get awkward, but just forgive me, okay? But so the strand of ALS that runs through my family is very aggressive, and normally people who are diagnosed with ALS, it's very similar to that of MS, except it does affect the body quicker from what I have seen in the statistics. But a lot of people, when they are diagnosed with it, they still get like a 10 to sometimes 15-year life expectancy. You know, some of the shortest I've seen is like maybe a 5 to 6 year life expectancy, but for some reason, my family, my immediate family, it's very aggressive. They were diagnosed and boom, the doctors gave them less than a year. And so my mom passed away within 6 months, Ben passed away within 9 months, and then Danny passed away within about 6.5 months. And so full circle, why that brings me all back to why I stopped my prep was, again, how I deal with my emotional awareness and my grieving and things like that, and how I eat. And I just knew that I wasn't in the right headspace to be able to continue prep. And I know a lot of people there, especially people in the bodybuilding community, they'll be like, oh, if you really wanted it, you would find a way. If you really want, I didn't want it that bad, because I knew that I was hurting inside, and there was a million things. So it just brought back everything that I had went through with my mom and with my other brother, because now it's not, when it was just our mom diagnosed, it was considered sporadic because nobody in our family had this disease. Then when my brother Ben was diagnosed, it was considered genetic, which means it went from, you know, her gene pool to like our generation's gene pool. But then when Danny got diagnosed, the doctors turned around and now they labeled it familial, which is the strongest and scariest strand of all of them from what I've seen, because it affects basically my mother and her immediate children, and there's 5 of us. So it's just really, it's really scary to think about and to process, because there's a possibility, you know, my mom, she passed away when she was really young, and both of my brothers passed away when they were really young, you know, and okay, so I'm back. So my phone died, or storage space. But back to what I was saying. So I will be 35 this year, which is a huge blessing in itself. You know, time on earth is not, it's limited, you know, life is short. And so anyways, it basically just puts this God living fear in me that, you know, I could possibly have this disease. And it's just really scary to think about, because I lost my mom when I was really young. And so the biggest and most important thing for me that factors into this is like, you know, I want to be there as long as I can for my kids. And so didn't think I was going to get emotional today, but I am. But yeah, so that's the most important thing for me. And so it kind of puts this like fear in me. You know, if I have a muscle twitch, or if I can't lift as heavy as I used to lift, or if my body's feeling weak, or if I have a muscle soreness somewhere that just came out of nowhere, it scares the living bejesus out of me that I could possibly also have it and be a carrier. I did have the option to go get tested when all of this happened. I had the option to get tested, you know, when Benny was diagnosed, when I was stationed in Turkey, but I opted not to. And same thing, I still opted not to when Danny was diagnosed, because even if at the end of the day, even though it scares the living crap out of me that I could potentially be a carrier, and there is a like 70% chance, 75% chance that the rest of myself and my other siblings included could potentially have this as well. Even though that scares the living hell out of me, I still choose not to get tested, because at the end of the day, there is no cure. It's there. Knowing is not going to save me. And I would already know, you know, I would know the signs and the symptoms. Like if my body and my health started to ultimately decline, I would know. Like internally, I would know, and then I would already know that I'm looking at a less than year life expectancy. So, and that's the hard truth. And, you know, like I said, I was trying not to get emotional earlier. I'm still trying to like kind of have my walls, my barriers up to where I'm kind of like trying to be numb about it while I talk about it with you guys, because it is a very emotional topic. It is a very hard topic to talk about. But ultimately, yes, that is why I stopped my last prep. So I gave myself a full year to heal. So like I said, Danny passed literally like it was less than a month or maybe a month after we PCS to California. And being fully transparent, this was my hardest PCS. This was my first PCS as a civilian, not being in the military. And you know, I still have military connections with my husband because he's still in, so I get that camaraderie through him, which is awesome, and I still get to meet people and things like that. But we actually PCS to a location where there are no bases close to us. A lot of our friends are not stationed here that are, you know, in security forces, or the people that we have grown to know through other communities. And so it was really, for me, an extremely hard PCS, because I went from, you know, in Texas, I had my bodybuilding community, I had my military community, I had all of my real estate community, and I was just very well known. I was a very big part of San Antonio. Like I did, you know, the meet and greets with a bunch of people. I did partnerships with tons of local companies there. You know, I just kind of like put myself out there. And when I came here, you know, obviously I'm still doing that, but nobody knows me here. Like nobody, like, it was just a very hard PCS, a very hard process. And then coming into, you know, I'm doing real estate, so transitioning my license from Texas to California, it was a little bit lonely in the sense of, you know, when I was in the service, I right away connected with people who I was stationed with. And here, I didn't report to a base every day, so I wasn't seeing people every day. And then when I started my classes for college, I was like, oh, perfect, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna get my socialization. I'm gonna, you know, meet people and meet friends. And unfortunately, the college that I picked, and I touched on this in my Instagram stories a few times, it is a community college that actually offers a like 2-year internship program to high school students. So 95% of the students in a lot of my classes or courses with this specific school are 18 and under. And obviously I'm not going to be hanging out with someone who could be my child, right? Somebody that can't go to the bar with me, somebody who can't, you know, do whatever, but you get the point. So it was a very hard PCS. I'm definitely, you know, and then obviously everything happened with my brother. So like I said, so it was just a lot moving here, a lot coming here, a lot has happened since we moved here. So a lot of processing, a lot of healing in this last year, and I feel confident and ready and excited to get back into prep and to start prep and to get on stage this year. But yeah, so pulling us out of the emotional morning that I probably just sent you all through, that is why I stopped my last prep ultimately. And yeah, you know, I'll go back to what I always tell you guys on my Instagram. Life is so short. Cherish the moments, the good and the bad. Love the people around you and love them hard, because death doesn't discriminate and tomorrow isn't promised to anybody. So really, truly live your best life every single day. Do something new every single day. Meet new people, try new food, travel to new places, even if it's the next town over. Get out of your bubble, get out of your comfort zone, and just grow. The only positive things can come from that, I promise you. And it might be uncomfortable at first and it might be scary at first, but I promise you, you will become the best version of yourself if you just put yourself out there in those positions and situations. And it's an amazing feeling, it really is. But anywho, let's get out of the bathroom because I have been talking to you in my bathroom for the past like 20 minutes or so, and let's go start cooking. So I'm gonna go start cooking my breakfast. Cooking my breakfast. I don't know why I said cook my breakfast. Cooking my breakfast, and then my son has a basketball game, and then I have some meetings later on this afternoon. So I will take you along with me today. So this will kind of be like my little intro vlog back into the fitness realm. I don't know if I will record. Actually, on another note, one of the gyms that I go to, so I have 2 gym memberships. So I go to LA Fitness if I'm like traveling or commuting, because they're a well-known all-around place. And then I go to Metroflex here in Southern California. I go to the Metroflex in Marietta, and it is probably one of the most badass gyms I've been to. I absolutely love it. The community there is absolutely amazing. Like, they have people that range from all ages. They have kids that go there and train with some of the coaches. They have people who are like literally in their like 50s and 60s that are in there rocking it. And it literally ranges from all body types. So you'll see bodybuilders in there, you'll see people, it could be their first day in the gym, and they're just in there killing it and getting it. And it's just an awesome, overall awesome environment and experience. And it's awesome to be surrounded by some of the best. But yeah, so maybe I'll record a little bit there later so you guys can kind of see the gym and the setup and the layout. And if not, you feel free to go over to my Instagram, pop over there. I have some pictures up, and I do some boomerangs every now and then there too. But it's an outdoor indoor gym, so pretty awesome. So if you're ever in SoCal and you're looking for a good gym, good spot to hit up, check out Metroflex. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But anyways, let's go get breakfast. I think I'm gonna go do avocado toast, eggs, berries, and maybe a shake or some water. Okay, let's go. You guys, look at what I just did. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I don't think I broke it. I'm definitely bleeding. Oh, that's gonna leave a nasty bruise and bump. Oh my gosh. Let me show you what I did. So, boy, my husband bought me this freaking tripod, which is amazing. And right now I absolutely freaking hate it. Look at, oh my God. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Bear with me one moment. Here I was, feeling all cute, ready for the gym. No, I don't need stitches, it's just, oh, that really hurt. I don't even know how I did that. I was walking out of my room and it literally fell off of this. Like, I guess this little piece isn't super stable. And it fucking, oh my God, that hurts so bad. But anyways, my eyelashes are eyelashing today, so it's a positive. Oh, it's gonna leave a nasty scar. Okay, anyways, onward to breakfast now. Hey guys, welcome back to my page. So I just finished my workout. I did not really record while I was in there. It was really hot, so I did just hit bicep try. So small, short, quick pump before my son's game and my afternoon meetings. I have a busy schedule today, but we are on track, on time, and let's head over to my son's game. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I hope you guys all have been amazing. So we are at the end of the week, so I recorded a little bit of gym. I recorded kind of like my comeback to YouTube. So we're gonna end the vlog here. I'm actually out running and walking the girls by our favorite lake. But yeah, so stay tuned for more content. Should be dropping soon. My plan with prep, as is my last prep, was to be able to post one video a week at a minimum. About to inhale all these bugs. But anywho, love you all. Hope you all have been amazing, and stay tuned for all my other content that's gonna drop.